Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in, Cynic Deval, Swariel. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Welcome on in, Blake. Welcome on in, Kasayupa. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Welcome on in, also, who else we got? Welcome on in, Kronos, Ruffles Von Bourbon. Welcome on in, Quark, Moonbear. Glad to have you, Sweet Beans. Welcome on in, Astral as well. Glad to have you. Let me go get a quick shout out, a quick, sneaky shout out for Astral. It does live. Oh, what's up, Crisp?
We're the rats.
About nobody in particular, the Chuck Fuckington is so dense he makes osmium seem clairvoyant.
I did see you post that in our group chat earlier. So you wear the Borg drones? Yes. Welcome on to Weisman. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. All right. Also, apparently Quark fell into the TF juice. What? Okay, I'm looking at the first 4 songs that have been posted, and I think this perfectly summarizes the stream experience here. We have Buddy Holly, but nobody can keep time. Owl City Fireflies, but the lyrics suck. What's up, Crisp?
We're the rats.
Fun fact, the lasagna is full.
Kasai, I'm unsure what that means. Also, welcome on, Weisman. I think I said that hi to you earlier. Hold up. Weisman, actually, do you stream? I can't remember.
Rats. We're rats.
I'm never going to be allowed to say a word, aren't I? What's up, Chris?
P39 I went on a quest to procure 8 funny things for you all. What those 8 funny things I have received is a mystery that shall be revealed soon enough. when Starkey is ready.
Yes, we will be doing a special, probably like a 4-hour stream on Monday. Do like because we're gonna be raffling off 8 items. So, lasagna Starkey. I'm not Garfield. Do I look like Garfield to you? The lasagna. Lasagna is just Italian. It's Italian savory cake. What do you want from me? It's full. Yes, I do. Can we shout for Wise Bun? But no. So the first 4 songs. Buddy Holly, but nobody can keep time. Owl City Fireflies, but the lyrics suck. Buddy Holly, but they are rapidly approaching. And then Debussy Clair de Lune. An eclectic mix, if I've ever heard one.
Wretch, wretch, we're the wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
Kasai, I will eat all your fucking lasagna unless you do the fucking wordle.
Honestly, I'm here for that. Do it. Do it. Although Buddy Holly is definitely Sariel. Yeah, Buddy Holly is Swariel. The first Firefly is Swariel. The second Buddy Holly is actually Kasai. Sorry, lasagna is... Kasai, are you like actually being held hostage by like a terrorist organization? What is going on here? What's going on, Thanos? Can we get a shout out for Thanos, by the way? It is really gothic KFC. Welcome on, Hyena Sid and Eagle Jalapeno. Glad I was sweeping. Can we also get a shout out for Hyena Sid as well? It is to some degree really funny to me. Like that I'm so fucking dead inside that even with the time signature being off, I'm just like, yeah, this is fine. Welcome on, I'm glad you're glad I have you, sweet bean. You want newer picks for the burb? You know what? No, I'm not pausing the music for the time loop this time. I wouldn't mind Starkey being a sir with that outfit. Yeah. I gotta share the art that I get, even if I'm bad about doing it. Welcome on, Emerald. Glad you're sweet bean. For anyone who's new here and, is new to the, audio jungle that is my stream. Currently, we're going through the time loop.
Wretch, we're the wretch.
The Starkey is full. The lasagna is Starkey.
Are you playing, Akasa, are you playing fucking Baba Is You at this point? But yeah, no. Where was I at? Oh, that's right, the time loop. If you ever wonder if the sheer cacophony of bullshit actually does affect me, it does. I'm basically being bombarded. Jesus, it's going so long. I mean, the longest we've had was 15 minutes. So, like, this is, you got some... There we go. Thank you for the pets. Today we're drawing Beanie. Because I did a raffle. With extremely adorable burb. I'm just a burb. You know what? Fair enough. I literally had a conversation with my therapist today about how I'm bad at taking compliments. Okay, so this is gonna be. I can't remember what I promised. I want to say it was like a full body
Do you need me
shaded,
to correct
colored.
Kasai, as he is acting quite odd, almost like an owl is holding at gunpoint, like that one deep internet video of the guy eating soup while crying while 2 mascots are in the background.
What the? I'm gonna go to a VRC meetup. Have a good stream. Thank you for asking on Mine Cork. Have a wonderful evening. Hopefully the VRC meetup goes well. I'm gonna be honest with you. So far, this is like not meaningfully different from what I'm used to with Fireflies. But no. Now we got the auditory diary out of the way. But no, yeah. Please do assist Kasai in resetting. You are permitted to use the beak lobotomy if that is what is required. Listen to a podcast with a friend, so I can't hear stream, but I'll slap you with this. Do not send a fucking borb at me. I'm gonna shit myself inside out if you send a borb. I hit the wrong button. I did it. Pokemon Fine Point. Glad to be Sweet Bean. There it is. There it is. I can. You know what?
Wretch, we're the wretch.
What's up, Chris?
Fun lasagna, the fact is full. The lasagna is fact. Full la lasagna is la the full fact the lasagna. Is the
Okay.
fun lasagna fact full of the fact fun it's the full.
You okay, Chris? Would
Lasagna.
okay, so that's gonna be a no. Okay, so it needs to be full body. I'm trying to figure out how I want to, because the idea was welcome on Nakamura. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. The idea was a motorcycle, and the idea I'm desperately trying to not give it the Akira. Welcome on Lead Croak. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm extremely tempted to Akira it. I will admit that much. The desire to Akira pose is incredibly high. What's up, Crisp?
For research purposes, what one of these last two songs was the worst meme song?
Definitely. I mean, to be fair, none of these are so bad so far. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think No One Can Keep Time was a little bit worse, but it's a pretty negligible difference. Okay. Happy Transgender Hit Pride History Month. Welcome on in, Pepe the Ferret. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Also, welcome on, Sager. Glad to have you too. Next thing is song is a really loud part at the end of the song, just letting you know. Don't worry, I'm aware. Don't worry, we're gonna be just like basically sitting in silence for that one. But yeah, no. Happy Transgender History Month to you too. I did not realize that the trans had their own History Month, but you know what? I appreciate that. Y'all deserve it. I say you all like I don't technically qualify, because I unclear if a gender qualifies under the trans umbrella, but you know, either no matter what, I celebrate and honor y'all. Yes, August is recognized as Transgender History Month in several locations, including California and San Francisco, to honor the transgender community's history's contribution and ongoing fight for equality. That's awesome. Hold up a moment. Here, let me use because I've got references here, so I'm gonna use these to like block out the art first, because I'm thumbnailing currently. There we go. You're the one. So basically, I think the idea is I want the motorcycle in this like direction, but I think I want him more leaning against it. I think I want him more like leaning like back to it, but on Slurry the lasagna. Scott Kasai, if you keep this up, I'm gonna fucking. What do I do to punish Kasai again? I actually can't remember. What do you people remembers? What's Kasai's critical weakness? I do like how it's you can definitely hear it in the distance. Okay. So the idea here is just gonna be I'm just gonna block out the added his weakness song to the queue. Oh, it's shitty Fortnite music, that's right. There we go. Here, let me block out kind of what I'm looking at in regards to okay, so I guess like motorcycles are very much like kind of like triangular. They're kind of like there you go, and then bring this back here, back here. Yeah, just brick wall it. Welcome on, Razamar. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Also, I think I probably want it to be like leaning away. There it is. There we go. Like I think I want the it to be leaning away as opposed to leaning towards, because that means that it's on its kickstand. There we go. Now some good fucking music. God, I love Clay. I love like music like this. So yeah, anyone got anything fun planned for the weekend? I'm gonna be going to I'm gonna be doing Gen Con with some friends. The Wordle is lasagna. I'm pretty sure lasagna has more than 5 letters. Glad to be here though for a little while before work. Oof, but that's no problem. Well, yeah, hopefully you can just like kind of relax up now that the memes are out of the queue. All right. And then in terms of what am I looking for out of the lake? I was supposed to be at Gen Con today, but things fell through. Understandable. I'm gonna be at Gen Con, I think, tomorrow. I have to get up really fucking early in the morning though, which like that sucks, but Starkey hasn't found the secret law Nakis yet. Okay, you say I haven't found the Naki, but I did have an oopsie doopsie in a Spanish-speaking stream recently, because I don't have so I use a QWERTY keyboard, which doesn't have a built-in Enye key, which not that big of a deal, right? Like most of the time, like if you say like feliz cumpleaños, you type cumpleaños, and like they'll understand. But one word in particular, you very much have to specify. You have to specify the enye, because there is another word that is the same word, but with the like tilde over the n. So I was in a new person stream like last week, and wait a minute, doesn't I believe Sager streams. Maybe a bit inconsistently, but I'm pretty sure he definitely has emotes at least. Kusa showed us his birthday cake once. So so he's gonna turn Casa into a lasagna at this rate. I definitely forgot. I forgot that Años, Feliz Campai. Yes, yep, Feliz Campai. It's great though. So I definitely forgot that Años, very specifically, you need the tilde with the n, in order for it to be years. So I was trying to ask the artist. I was like, ¿cuántos años está dibujando? I was like, how many years have you been drawing? My dumbass forgot that you need to include the enye. So I said, ¿cuántos años están dibujando? Which is how many assholes have you drawn? Anos is the Spanish word for anus. And I fucking as soon as I typed it, I hit enter and my brain was like, you have fucked up. I have fucked up now. I have fucked up. Oh no, I didn't and the response was immediate. Every single person was like, you mean Años, right? I got like 5. It's like a pretty quiet chat, but as soon as I typed that, the streamer started laughing, and then 5 people are like, you're clearly English as a second language or Spanish as a second language, but oh my god. So yeah, I can never go to Mixty's like stream ever again. I'm just dead. I'm dead inside. Sure, you didn't mean to type that. I as far as I'm aware, like I follow him, and he's a not safe for work artist. I don't think he's drawn that many buttholes. So, how many buttholes have you drawn, Starkey? 0. I have drawn 0 buttholes. Never mind, I forgot to plug up my headset charger. Understandable. So you're gonna be chilling here while you wait for your headset to plug to charge up. That's like the downside of I've drawn 0, but okay, listen, that is it's a good quote. You are correct that's a good quote, but like it's honest. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have you. I currently am trying to figure out roughly the proportions I'm looking at. Because like I think I'm kind of going for like almost like a twisted Like, I think I want him facing, like, this way. Because he actually made a request to see, like, if I can add the tail. Because he wants to have, like, a katana coming through. I'm sure this quote will be good. Give us the mouth cancer daddy. What the fuck? What? When was that quote? I don't remember. What was the context for that quote? What the... I'm actually flabbergasted at my own fucking quotes. I mean, you capture some of the most unhinged shit I ever talk about. Okay, so this should come down to about midway through the... I'm like, I definitely have taken to using myself as, like, proportion, proportion, doll. Like, I do have, like, an art doll, like a posing doll for figuring stuff out, but... But, like, I do end up just, like, using myself because it's a little bit easier. There you go. Okay.
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
The 24-carat Libabu girl did Libabu blackface. What the shit is this
What?
timeline? She painted a Libabu black and called it a KSI Libabu.
What? What the fuck does any of that meme? What was... I meant to say, what does any of that mean? But, like... I said, what does that meme? And honestly, that's probably more accurate given the sentence that I just heard and was forced to comprehend. Why did God give me understanding? I curse him every day.
Now you're being chuggy as
What's chuggy?
Okay, boomer.
Okay. And then, because he hates us, fair enough. Listen, that's the... all the more reason, like I'll keep making the point that, like, what's up, Chris?
Okay, but did you know?
No, I didn't. I did. I guess I did understand what you meant by what you meant by Okay, so it's kind of like, there you go. I'm trying to do like a garden the face.
We're the rats.
The lasagna is full.
Kasai, if you say lasagna one more time, you're getting timed out for 10 minutes. I will accept no more lasagna. I'm full of lasagna. I'm full on lasagna. Actually, I'm wondering if this would be a little bit better for me to, like, bring out. Just because it makes the knees look knocked. Yeah, wrong button. Can't say the L word, instead say pasta and meat book. I hate that is... You're not necessarily incorrect that pasta and meat book is also Starkey hates where... I'm not trying to experience Garfield. There we go. The pasta and meat book is full. You test my patience. Okay. Here, so this is gonna be, I think as far as thumbnails go, I think this does a pretty good job.
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
Garfield hates Mondays, but he's excited for what's happening this Monday at insert time Starkey streams here.
I mean, I'm gonna be streaming on, I think... I might try to stream at 6. Starkey ignoring this life-shaking information. Is this some fucking like internetism that like I'm actually like is this some fucking like Giothe level like internet thing that I'm completely unaware of and I do not want to engage with? Where's the guy facing the camera pointing at the picture in the morning with the over exaggerated face? This is what in the God's name did I just read? I'm beginning to wonder if I'm like actually having a stroke. Is this a Redditor moment like the narwhal? Yeah, it's giving Reddit. And I made that as much of an insult as possible. Oh, shit me. There we go. Welcome on in, Danny Donkey VT. Glad to have you, sweet man. All right. He said the L word again. You know, Starkey's too carrot coded to understand. You're right. You are correct. You are correct. Kasai, it's time. It's time. It's time for your shadow realming. Farewell. Fucking 77 messages deleted today. Okay, I just realized that's not 10 minutes. That is a little bit more than 10 minutes. Here, Kasa, you're allowed out of timeout jail, so that way it can time you out for an appropriate amount of time. Think about your sins for like 5 minutes. There we go. There we go. That's much better. I will accept no Reddit isms here. This is a Reddit-free zone.
Rats, where the rats?
What's up, Crisp?
While Kasai is timed out, he can do the wordle before I take an internal organ from him.
Yes. Okay, so I also need to consider about rule of thirds. I'm trying to think about how like, because there is something to be said about compositionally speaking. Like reasonably, I should probably be putting him here. Yeah, this cuts off the top. This cuts off the front of the motorcycle, but it is better from a posing perspective. Okay. I'm gonna have to make a new raster. I'm just gonna have to make a new. Let's see. Let's see. Create folder and insert layer. This is gonna be the sketch layers because we're doing multiple sketch layers. All right. Well, all right. Let's go and do like very, very saturated. And let's figure out the anatomy. I have a lot. This is, I think, the most reference images I've ever had. Like ever since I started doing art. All right, and then increase your opacity. There we go. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. just draw the lines. The question is like, okay, so I guess like the idea of like the circle is that you use it to like figure out like where the lines need to start and stop, because they need to be at about the same height. But like, you can just draw the lines. What's the worst that would happen? What's the worst that could happen? Immediately starts vibrating and perishes. There we go. Relatively, you know, like neutral, like eye tone. Welcome on, Ilyana. Let's go have you, sweet pea. Thank you for sending a borb at me. How dare you send a borb at me? You personal space, man. Go, be gone. Farewell. No, stop. I don't want it. Oh, god damn it. Well. Anyways, how's everyone's day going? Anyone got anything fun planned for the weekend? All right. I need to be better about like I need to be better about like going well, busy week loafing at home. Enjoy hope you're well. I'm doing all right. Enjoying my Gen Con spoils. Welcome on, Rich. Good to have you, sweet Bane. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to go to Gen Con tomorrow. Okay. So this is relatively frontward facing. All right, but you know, I'll actually be going to Gen Con tomorrow, so I'll try my best to take pictures of the stuff that I grab. Lord knows that I'm very distractible though, so. Okay, so very dog snoot. Also, I think I reasonably have probably drawn this like let me squish the head real quick. And by squish the head, I mean it's probably easier for me to just like redraw the circle. Yeah, so more like that. Just so we can get like a sense for where things are actually supposed to be placed. I'll show I can show you where you get the Hollow Knight art tomorrow if you'd like. I'd definitely love to see it. Art is, I think, probably primary of my things I would like to grab because it's relatively easy to transport. And you know, at this point, I'm like, I need to probably prioritize grabbing stuff that'll be easy for me to move. Okay. I'm going to erase this because I got the bulk of it figured out now. I'm like, am I zooming in too much? I don't think so. Okay, so you definitely got twofers. My mom picked up my ADHD meds without my consent because she's trying to force me to take them, but I don't like the meds and the insurance is being stinky. All right. You've managed to write a single message without referencing lasagna. Here's your mod status back. All right. But yeah, no, cause it's just like it's a lot of stuff that like, you know, I want to do my best to support artists while I'm here. Okay. It's already looking a little bit dirty. Welcome on, Kim. Go ahead, you sweet bean. Thank you for your subscription for 38 months. Enjoy the review of the game,
Starkey,
sweet
my
bean.
buddy, gave me an advanced copy of his book titled Dad Jokes About Wood. stone, ice, and metal. I flipped through it and was like, wow, these are solid puns. Also, I had a terrifying experience last night.
Oh no,
I
what
was
happened?
alone in the house having a bath. Then all of a sudden, I felt a tap on my shoulder.
Yeah, that'll happen. You know, the the toe sucker will get you even when you're in the bathtub. The shoulder tapper. Okay. I think that this is relatively like this is good enough. Like I want to make sure that the pose is stick your toes in the faucet. 5 minutes my mom doesn't want to hear about lasagna. I'm gonna be honest with you. In this, your mother and I are kindred spirits. I'm not here for whatever the fuck's going on with you and lasagna. I need to remember that this is line art. This is not line art. This is sketch. I'm allowed to do the feathered thing. I'll say, wait, this time when Starkey does a not safe for work stream. I mean, doing a not safe for work stream is definitely a little bit more unlikely. I'll say that much, because like, you know, I don't necessarily know how many people would watch me on like Picardo or whatever, and that'd be like you know, for me streaming has always been like the social thing. It's not at all ever been the There we go. It's not ever been about the you know, the numbers thing. So I guess the thing is like, would people be interested in like, would people hop on Picardo to watch me do art? I guess would then be. That was awful. We're talking about Italian foods again. I blame Soiriel. All right, we are in the backup queue, so let me go ahead and put on my personal playlist. All right, time for me to figure out where the ears. Okay, so the ears are kind of like. Let's see. Like the edge of them actually. All right, I'm actually off this time. See if they can stop by again. Have a wonderful evening. I'm looking now, and I'm like, he might have like a bit of a. It might be more of like a longer snoot. Yeah, I think this is a little bit better. My mom's friend was a hecking homeless lady to praise God. My mom's friend was heckling a homeless lady. Some people, man. I'll be honest with you. If you're doing stuff like that, you might deserve to have some problems in your life. You know. Like, I don't wish ill, but I do wish fuck off. Fuck off and go away and don't interact with the homeless people. That's one of those situations where it's like, if you hear about like, oh, you know, this lady was stabbed, I'm like, okay, yeah, that checks out. That checks out. That makes sense. The song is pretty good fit to the whole new shit hitting the fan again. Yeah. Uploads backlog of songs for Starkey. Straight to hell, he's got the whole world in his hands. It was nice to know you. All been damned, come on. I don't appreciate her preaching. I don't think anyone knows. We've all been damned, come on. It's always the sanctimonious ones. You know, if sanctimonious people get stabbed, then so be it. Remind the slaves, they ain't gonna make it out alive today. All right. There's a bit of whiplash with these songs. I mean, fair, you know, it can't be any different than what we were dealing with earlier, where it was meme song, meme song, meme song, Claire de Lune. All right. We actually do have songs in the queue now, so. Why is this La Cucaracha? Or the... No, that's not La Cucaracha. That's the hat dance. I remember the song appearing with the last Minecraft mob vote. Okay, so what kind of ratio are we looking at from like ears to... It's comparable, like the ears are basically a second head. It's almost giving Fennec. Fennec Fox ears are big. This is a Shiba Inu. I'm gonna scale that in just a little bit, I think. Because as I'm looking at that, I'm like, that does look a little silly. There we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And that's all there, and that is all of the songs. Okay. Bring you here. So this is going to be the top of the head about. Actually, you know what I think? I probably want to put the helmet here. So in that case, I hold up a moment. Let me go and edit the low sketch layer. I want protest fashion will pop up with the censorship flying about. I mean, to be fair, I think the protest method of like calling Visa and MasterCard is like actually doing work. It might not become immediately apparent, but the fact that like they've had to put out a statement in regards to that and be like, hey, like, you know, the fact they put out a statement means that we can now catch them lying, and then suddenly we can like actually start making, you know, headway in regards to like, you know, if they are there we go. This is giving this is reminding me a little bit, like the audio quality of this is reminding me a little bit of Girly Girls Productions. it's reminding me a bit of in 10 things I ever need before I need a man. Once one line of Coke. 4 more lines of Coke. But no, like just keep calling Visa MasterCard. Eventually they'll be forced to give up. Welcome on, Ocean. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Yes, and then the thing goes like the, you know, the helmet goes here. I might need to bring it out a little bit more yet. I'm 100%. Well, I'm gonna have to increase the size of you. Sorry for being so absent these past few days. Listen, here's the thing. As a moderator, I appreciate when you can be here, but it's never absolutely necessary. And of course, life comes first. Okay. All right, now let's go back to this sketch. Ah, yes, The Shape of the Sickness, a classic remix. It's been a bit since I've heard this remix. Lane service again. Sorry, thanks. Things have been such a challenge. Listen, I get it. Trust me. Like I said, like I was talking about it, like I guess I haven't really talked about it. Like this week has been super duper hectic for me. So like you never feel like, you know, never feel like I won't understand. I don't necessarily, you know, I don't make it a habit of being like, how dare you, you know, not be here to watch this stream. Hopefully things are easing up a little bit for you though. I'm genuinely curious, what would a fashion protest to modesty be called? Honestly, The Devil Wears Prada is a pretty good name for it. I'm trying out something a little bit different. We'll see if it works out. Usually I don't try to do new stuff for like stuff that I'm doing for other people. Like if I'm doing stuff for myself, I don't necessarily mind experimenting a bunch. But it is a little bit different when I'm doing stuff for like, you know, another person where I'm like, I want it to look good. So like I usually try to avoid going too experimental. The devil is smart and buys directly from Chinese factories. You're not wrong. Actually, hold up a moment. I guess, you know what, I'm thinking about the like where the fluff is relative to the ear, and I think the fluff would be behind the ear. The fluff would be in front of the ear, rather. Okay. I guess because it would probably be like right around here. Not quite maybe that low, but something like right here. Yeah, something like just bare, like, you know, just a little bit of a lip there to indicate. There we go. All right, we're cooking. We're cooking. Also, OSRSHCI is so fun. Old school RuneScape, hardcore, immunization. I don't know what the I stands for, but I'm pretty sure it's Iron Man. Okay, so that's. I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried playing RuneScape. It's so goddamn boring. It's so fucking boring. I don't know how anyone plays it. Like I'm having so much fun. The number goes up is just like a deeply unappealing, like, you know, progression system for me personally. I do like how I already have 265 total levels. That's kind of horrifying. I like how I'm already fucking diverging from my sketch because I made it too slender. All right, we keep exploring. Let's explore. And my highest level is 30 at agility. I tried to level up like rune crafting. Maybe I chose the single most boring thing to be like, yeah, like rune crafting and magic is like, congratulations, you chose the single most boring thing to level. Rune crafting is horrid. That's like, I feel like that's just my fucking luck. That feels like canonically how my luck would go. Yeah, from what I've heard, that's like the worst skill to start. Good. Good. I'm really happy for this. I'm really happy for myself. All right. This might be one of the situations where instead of doing like, I might just do like sketch, refine, sketch, refine, sketch, refine. Like that might be the strategy this time around. Because I can already tell you. There we go. Man, keep up Demon Hunters, but Bardcore can't wait. I mean, listen, K-pop Demon Hunters is just sort of a bunch of certified bangers. So like, I mean, it makes sense that the internet would immediately pounce on doing anything to like, you know, anything to celebrate stuff like that. Here, let me actually snip off the head, and then move that to its own layer, so that way I can set that to be you know. There we go. Because like I think I'm just gonna end up like refiguring out the body here. God, I can't. This is why I could never. I would struggle so much with traditional art. Actually, hold up. What if I hold up. Let's cook just a bit. I promise the cooking will probably be worth it. Because what if we move you back? Like move Beanie back. And then I basically have him leaning back in his like leaning back on his seat. So that way I can bring the motorcycle more in focus. We're cooking. Are we cooking or are we cooked? That's like the eternal question I ask myself when I'm doing art. And the answer is usually I'm cooked. I'm hearing like a clack, like this is a fucking musical chart. I never noticed this song actually has like a wooden clacker going on in the back. Also, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Or, you know what? Ozzy wouldn't want to rest in peace. Rest in Valhalla. That's much more Ozzy speed. Oh yeah, something more like that. How the fuck? Oh, hold up a moment. It's been an hour already. Those timers are like are great for like helping me realize, oh wait, it's been a fucking hour. How'd that happen? Ozzy would rock his guitar in Valhalla anyway. My Odin party with his soul. I need to think about how big this would need to be. Hold up. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna have to move the arm a little bit. Son of a bitch. It makes sense that you're on this layer, but god damn it. There we go. Some more like that. And then elbow. Elbow here, and there we go. That also, it lengthens the arm enough where like it looks believable. Is that arm believable? Because like think about maybe something more like here. I think drawing from the top of the shoulder is incorrect. Because again, I'm trying to basically this is like a refining of a sketch. Okay, I think I need to bring in a little bit. It is kind of funny, like, the amount of, like, it is, as time goes on, it is getting easier for me to kind of eyeball where things are supposed to be. Which I guess, you know, is part of the artistic experience process, is, like, being able to be like, okay, so yeah, you know, I can kind of skip this step. It's kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where, like, you can, if you draw the circle, why do you even need to draw the circle anymore? You can just, like, you know, just draw the, like, you know, just draw this, and then that's all you really need. Why the fuck am I going for such a dynamic... God damn it. What is wrong with me? Why does my ass always go for, like, the most fucking complicated shit? I swear to God. I guess it's like the you know, the artistic impulse of just, like, I want it to look good. You really do make questionable posing choices. I mean, for what it's worth, Pokemon in Red, glad to have you, Sweet Being. We show for redesign. I think that they are like posing decisions that are challenging. Like they like from an artistic standpoint. The way I'm figuring out these poses is actually like I'm doing poses that are correct. I just am am not experienced enough to like have full confidence in how I'm implementing them. So like I end up doing a lot of like reattempts like to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Pokemon in Red, how you doing, you sweet bean? In regards to Red, as Red is a big if you guys like 3D art, Red is a very skilled renderer and modeler. So I've actually been learning how to do a little bit of art myself, or a little bit of 3D art myself. And I definitely, oh my God, I realized I didn't actually tell this story on stream. I forgot to mention this is the whole debacle that's happening. Reminds me of the Shimoneta, a world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. So I was working on a model, retexturing it in Substance Painter, and I was like, okay, you know, I was trying to bring the retexture over. I was trying to bring the retexture over from Substance Painter to Blender. I had the model in Blender. It's a good show. I'll have to go to check out. I had the model in Blender, and I was like trying to figure out like how to export the like textures so that way they would layer over the model. And I spent an hour being like, okay, why aren't the textures showing up? I've added them. They're clearly in the scene, and I kept like trying to re-export them from fucking Substance Painter, only to realize my dumbass was looking at the model from the view that explicitly avoids showing textures. I was looking at it not from the wireframe, but from the map, like I guess it's like the topology view, the view where you very much do not get to see textures. And I'm wondering, like, where's the textures? Where'd they go? And then, so I just felt like a fucking idiot because I lost an hour to that. But yeah, no, I am slowly figuring out and gaining a little bit of confidence with Blender. Not to the point where I'm going to be able to make a 3D model because that shit's never happening. But like, you know, I'm getting a little bit of confidence in it, so that way like I can paint my own models. Girl, you totally could do it. I mean, I could give it a try. You know, I have a little bit of 3D modeling experience from my time in college, because I was using 3D modeling software to, like, you know, for my electrical engineering courses. They had like general, like, you know, general stuff they wanted to make sure everyone knew how to do. And one of the ones was definitely like 3D modeling like basic machine parts. So I've like, I think it was with CAD. I have a little bit of experience with CAD. Blender is definitely more powerful than CAD. Or at the very least, like for the purposes of making, you know, complex and interactable models, it's definitely more powerful. But that with power, always with power comes complexity. Okay, CAD is good for different things. Yeah, it's powerful. Don't get me wrong, but it is ultimately like you are, you know, it is a software used for modeling machine parts and not, you know, like 3D digital model files. Done hiding, now I'm shining. Nope, that was flat. I absolutely would not be able to cover this song. I am trying to learn what it sounds like, because that is comfortably in my range. So I might do it like this is what it sounds like cover. Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet? I have. Man. Together we're golden. Oh, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. No, it's listen, it's a 5A. It's an A5. Like, that is a fucking, what is your favorite song? What it sounds like? Yeah. What it sounds like, I knew immediately. I was like, this is what it sounds like is 100% going to be my favorite song. Which one is that? That's the no, hold up, I need to hydrate. I broke into a million pieces and I can't go back, but now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass. The scars are part of me. Darkness and harmony. My voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like. Of course, you know, I'm not even remotely in the right key. The finale, yes. The finale song is what was the one that I like the most. Is it the finale song? I guess there isn't a song that happens after This Is What It Sounds Like. Also, I have to remember that to some degree that this is... Okay, so the hands probably... Okay, so it's actually going to be horizontal across both proportions. Oh, but no. If I could figure out how to do 3D modeling, I might give that a try. It's one of those things where it's like that's another thing that would almost certainly I would need to dedicate some time on. Like I need to dedicate some streams too, because that is a very, very long process. Okay. So it ends up being about as wide across. So it ends up being the hands. In case I want to probably bring you up here a little bit. There we go. That's a bit more like it. Back. Welcome back, Swario. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. All right. Well, that's version 2 of the model. I went to the store and get some Monster Energy so I don't pass out at 9 p.m. today. Understandable. And really, that would be about the time we're reading out, so. Oh, wait, no, hold up. I just realized, because I want to say you're West Coast, so. You're like 3 hours behind me. Merge with layer below. All right, new raster layer. No, I would have selected this layer. There we go. All right. I just realized because I haven't actually given him the like his hair yet either. Also, goddamn, double kicked up on a Tuesday. There we go. There we go. Got my second son added to a commission queue. Can't wait to show him off. Wait, what if I made my 2 sons married? You could just do that. Who's this, by the way? This is Beanie Shiba. They are the person who won the raffle that I did on Blue Sky for reaching 1,000 follows, which is still fucking wild to me, by the way. So your character, you can do whatever. Exactly. I actually got an idea for 2 more characters, which that's for me that's a bad thing because it means at some point I have to draw them, and my character design chops still aren't up to snuff. And I want to paint it black. Does that say Creeper? Aw, man. Creeper and Flowers tattoo. It does, in fact. All right. Honestly, the comments for this cover is wild. I could believe it. It's weird because like YouTube comment sections are like they're like radioactive, but sometimes they actually like have good jokes. It's almost like the more a meme something is, the more respectful the comments are, which is fucking wild. Because like I've seen incredibly respectful memes from like the most fucking unhinged ultra kills like shit post of all time. And I'm just like, what happened? What happened to you, YouTube comments? You used to be just like infinite edgy meme material. You've gone soft on me. I'm still shook from the comment I encountered yesterday. What comment did you encounter yesterday? Double cheeked up on a Tuesday. God damn. I still I don't have that one like thing memorized, the double wide on it. Ones that I copied from the comment section directly said, "Too late to soothe the distraught widows of the Black Plague, but thankful to have it for our own generation." That's goddamn. That's a great comment, actually. Welcome on, Cornflake Girl. Glad I have you, Sweet Pain. I guess to be fair, the people who would probably be listening to Bardcore probably have some like, they probably have some affinity for history. So like, as we all know, historians, please do check up on your friends who are historians or who are, who enjoy history. They're not doing okay. If you get a chance, do check up on them.
Rats, rats.
What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Starkey, does your lap have any medicine for the headache that's caused by having to live in this hellhole of a capitalist society people have forced on us?
Unfortunately, we don't. We don't carry that. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That trust me. If we could get our hands on it, I absolutely would keep that handy. What you drawing? I'm currently doing a raffle. I did a raffle over on Blue Sky for reaching 1,000 followers. So I'm currently doing a. So this is the first time I've ever done anything with electrical or mechanical components. So this will be interesting. But Beanie Shiba, who is a fellow moderator for Pop Mutt, wanted me to do a piece of him on a motorcycle. Pretty sure you're gonna just write down insert dumb politician's name here is done insert stupid shit here. How do you even know that guy's donating to charity? Yeah, he's sus. He's just waiting. He's just waiting to hear he touched animals. Yeah, yeah. Do not hold any famous people. If they're wealthy, suffice it to say that they've probably done some fucked up shit to have that wealth. I have to pull back my usual instinct to make everyone incredibly thick. Cause he's got sturdiness, but like he's not built. So like I have to pull back like my usual instinct, which is just make him thick as fuck.
Spin!
Oh, come on. Well, how much is he, how much is wealthy? Are you taking tens of... My cutoff is, how much is Odachi? Eiichiro Oda. How much is Eiichiro Oda worth? Like 2 million? Eiichiro Oda is the only person who's ever earned every single dollar he's got, because of how much work and time he's put into One Piece. Anyone who makes or who has more money than him, you know, probably, you know.
Spin!
Thank you for the spin.
Spin!
All right, hand here later.
Spin!
Thank you for the save. Oh God. So guess Mark 1 hour and 20 minutes. Mark 82 minutes total of not fucking saving once. Save the stretch and the hydrate. Yeah, this is gonna be for August. Oops. Oops. Oopsie doodle. Oopsie poopsie. Fuck that one up. Stretch those nanobots. All right. Here, I need to make a new folder for this because it's now August. There we go. Actually, I'm wondering if like do I even draw like this line here? Because it's technically like... I guess I still... Like, I still draw it. I just think it, like, I basically do something like this, and then have the, like, you know... There we go. 3 days until we're flooded with Bowser art and something else happens. Wait, what's happening in 3 days that we're getting flooded with Bowser art? No, like the YouTube comments jump from I don't trust him to I think he's doing bad human things with zero basis in reality, and I feel like it's messed up things to implicate. I get that. Oh, Bowser Day 8-4. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because so there's something to be said about gut feelings. You know, the classic example that comes to mind is Mr. Beast, where a lot of people's gut feelings on Mr. Beast were there's something up with that guy, and then those people got a lot of shit for you know, for being like, oh, finally you get a billionaire who does all the shit that he claims to do, and then it turns out that he is, you know, a psychopath who you know enables child predators, allegedly. Miss Jimothy Beast, please do not sue me. Trying to stay motivated with the knowledge that Jeff Bezos could solve so many of the world's problems with just a fraction of his wealth. He will die one day. He will die one day, and you will be able to piss on his grave. Do you think that rich people have to like plan in advance? Like, I feel like if I were rich, I would be putting a fuck ton of money into like planning the like civil engineering behind making sure my corpse doesn't like literally wash away in a tidal wave of piss. You know? And there was something with Mr. Beast when I saw his His smile does. Yeah, that's Mr. Beast is like the very definition of like if you've ever heard the phrase a smile that doesn't reach the eyes, that's Jimothy Beastington. Oh, yeah. And the entire time, you know, there were so many people who were like, "What? Why are you complaining? The rich person finally, you know, puts his money where his mouth is and does good things for good things for people, and you're complaining." And it's like, it's, you know, it's because it's pretty clear the entire time he's just doing it for clout rather than like, death is the great equalizer. Everyone will die, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Exactly. The difference between you and a billionaire is that when you pass, people will be sad. People will cry for you because they will have lost you. When billionaires pass, no one will feel a fucking thing.
Rats.
What's up, Chris?
The rats.
Why not just piss on their grave but install a DDR machine on their grave, so people can dance on it as well? Sure, it may break due to weather, but not fixing it sends a message that no one cares about them enough to fix it.
That is true, and also hi there, chat and Starkey. Welcome on Aether. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Remember all the Ocean Gate memes? Rich people get memed. Yeah, no, when a rich person dies nowadays, it's a celebration. Fair, but some folk need to say I hate him, so he's purely pure evil rather than I really dislike the fellow. That's fair. I think it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like sometimes it can be difficult to like identify like where, you know, where the like dislike is coming from. Because like it is, you know, it's one of the things where it's like sometimes it is just a gut feeling. And like that's not convincing, but
Rats. Rats.
What's up, Chris?
The rats.
I hope Amazon workers are able to do what the French do when their government is being horrible, just shit and piss everywhere, and light everything on fire.
yeah, hopefully. God knows they deserve. They fucking earned it. Also get shouted out, nerd.
Rats. Rats.
What's up, Chris?
Where the rats.
Starkey, should we execute our shitty rich people in the Ocean Gate submersible? Oh, too late, we'd just done one in.
Oopsie doopsie. There was exactly one life that was like, there was one life of potential value that was lost. Rest in peace, the poor 19-year-old kid who got forced onto it by his dad. Like that kid didn't deserve it. The rest of them, good. Hopefully you enjoy being fish food. Like, yeah, the kid who was like trying his best to like, you know, he knew what was up. He got more or less, you know, like forced onto it by his dad. That kid didn't deserve it. Play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
What is the minimum level of wealth needed for your day of death to become a day of joy to the masses who cheer the fact you died?
I feel like it's that one, like, so for specifically for like how much is enough to like make people celebrate your death. That one is dependent on how many people you've hurt. You know, I imagine we will probably be cheering for the death of like Jeff Bezos. Like when the guy does pass, it will be met with resounds of like fucking finally. You know, if there's one thing we learned from his wedding, no one in his family actually gives a shit about him. So I feel like the ocean spirits gods have a fucking great time crushing that asshole. Probably between 1 million and 100 million and a billion. I definitely think 100 million is more than anyone needs. Like that's definitely like, I don't necessarily know that there's like a universal number. Like, cause like imagine like, you know, like if we took like one of the billionaires now in the way that he treats people, and then like, you know, took away like 90% of his wealth, so he's only like a millionaire instead of a billionaire, we would still probably celebrate their death. Like I don't think there's necessarily like a strict number beyond which it's like, okay, you know. I think it's a combination of like, you know, like I feel like despite all the fucked up shit he's done, Bill Gates has done enough where like it's not going to be 100% celebration. It'll be like 90%. Is that correct? So it'd probably, I think the thing is it'd be a little bit lower now that I'm actually like thinking about it. The song is just activating my brain. It's TV time. So more something like here. Starkey said the line. It's TV time. Listen, doing the Tenna voice was so fucking fun. I had such a blast doing that particular voice. What's up, Chris?
Okay, but how do you feel about Princess Diana? She did a lot of good during her life, but when I talked about this with someone they said that she didn't have enough time to do anything bad, and that has been at the back of my mind for some time now. She was a part of the British royal family, who have done so much shit that if I were to list all of it we would be here till next December.
I mean, I think there's also value and validity in acknowledging that people are like more than like people are complex, you know. Like you don't have to you don't have to like hate every single thing a person did to celebrate their death, and you don't have to like, you know, you don't have to like love 100% of something, like everything a person did to like be okay, like, you know, to mourn their passing. I think therein lies the secret. Like it you know, there's some complicated you're allowed to have complicated emotions about things. I think is like it's one of the things that's like I think underexplored as like, you know, general emotional space. And also like I don't know how I would feel is like a valid answer as well. You know, it's one of those like hypotheticals, like if, you know, if she was revealed to like have been part of enabling a bunch of shitty people, how would we feel? You know?
We're rich. We're the rich.
What's up, Chris?
My roommate went over the border for work. I felt so sorry for him, and got me a box of crumble cookies because I keep memeing on the stupid trends like crumble cookies, Labubu, and Dubai chocolate, and I gotta say, they're not bad, a bit overly sweet but I'm enjoying it. Crumble cookies gets a 6/10. They're good enough I guess, but not worth the trend.
Oh yeah, I'd believe it. You know, it's one of those things where it's like it's some amount of it is just like it's weird that like I feel like crumble cookies it mostly succeeds by the value of the fact that they have like they have like like they've turned their business into content, if that makes sense. Like they don't exist as a cookie business in and of itself because they couldn't. They exist because they are able to put out, you know, whatever amount of like the new flavors that people want to see. So like, you know, basically they exist as like content enablers. The whole new menu per week is a gimmick for social. Exactly. How filled do you think a New Mexico landfill would be when the Labubu trend dies? More or less filled the ones with shitty Funko Pops? Probably more, if I had to guess. To some degree, I'm like, you know, like in, you know, in the timeline where we actually do manage to stabilize overconsumption. Was it
She
Chris?
interacted with HIV/AIDS patients during the AIDS pandemic without any PPE, which was a huge thing that a person of her status would do that. She also interacted with the general public like a normal person, which was unheard of. If you watch a video of Diana having interactions with kids, then watch a video of Elizabeth II interacting with kids. It's a night and day difference.
Oh yeah, no, I believe it. Like, you know, there's something to be said about like my read is that because Princess Diana, wait, when did she die? When Princess Diana die? She died she died a month and a day before I was born. So she was before my time. I think it's, you know, it's I think like at least in regards to like the like how to feel about her given what we do know, I think it's okay to have liked who Princess Diana was because she did a lot of good, you know. You don't have to like try and justify like anxiety about like was she bad too, you know. Sometimes, as rare as it is, good people do come out of shitty situations. But no. And like, we were talking about something earlier. Oh yeah, that's right. Overconsumption. Part of me real like you know, it's wild to me how much like I feel bad when I have to like throw away food occasionally. On a side note, her face card was a platinum and never declined. I'd believe it. Fire Emblem Heroes is a good game. I just got 4 or 5 stars in a row. God damn. Where's that when I need to pull for? I guess I can't say that. I did have my own god pulls in a gacha recently. Love this battle theme. Oh wait, I need your thoughts on on a Fire Emblem Heroes OC. I liked Labubus before the trend really took off. Now I'm just tired of them. Yeah, that's the worst feeling. Like as much as we give like, you know, as much as we kind of like rightfully give you know, hipsters shit for being like, oh, I liked it before it got popular. Like I do think at some point that like when things become popular, they do actually become worse. You know? because like like they become popular and then they become like the term is like flanderized, I guess. Like they become like, you know, something that doesn't exist to appeal to the masses, and instead is like, oh, go look at, like, you know. Also, Crumble Cookies ruined for me when I found out they were a Mormon company. On hindsight, I'm not surprised at all. Oh God. Okay, yeah, that is that's a very understandable you know, concern and frustration to have. But yeah, no. What was I talking about? Check DMs. Is he rightfully hot enough to win a voting contest for a Brave alt against the cast people who have not gotten Brave alts yet? What the fuck is this? Who is this? Sorry, I found the thing I found the thing. Check out memes channel. Hard disagree. Some things are better without popularity, and some things are better with. We'll soft disagree. Ike, so that's Ike Thurf. That's Ike Thurnier, the OC from the last book. Fanboy Twink, thank you for the follow. Welcome to that check. What have you, Sweet Bane? All right, here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not super duper enthused by the design. But also, like, yeah, there are, I think there are ladies that do play Fire Emblem Hero, so Mormons say they don't consume caffeine for health reasons, but drink 15 gallons of soda, eat 3,000 calorie cookie. That's definitely a choice. I'm not huge on the design elements here. Yes, he's buff, but like the design is it's giving the visual version of like tinnitus. Like it's just whites, peaches, yellows. Like it's just so overwhelming to the eyes. Like there's a little bit of brown, but like it's giving like new VTuber designer. It's like you know, like fresh VTuber designer. Like they, you know. The silhouette's solid, don't get me wrong. Like I like the silhouette. I'm not sold on this character. I would have liked the clothing to be more practical. Yeah, the clothing is just excessive. What is that? This is apparently a character from Fire Emblem Heroes. Welcome on, guys. Go ahead, Sweet Bane. Yeah, this is from Fire Emblem Heroes, and you can do monochromatic designs. Fresh VTuber designer would be added to my vocabulary. Because it's you have a good silhouette. Like I love the silhouette here. It's great. The colors is where I'm like, ew. Like it's monochromatic design can work, but you need to give it like a more. What's up, Crisp?
Fun fact about the vote for Brave Alts. Three houses practically swept the competition for several years. It's been 2 years of voting gauntlets and no engaged character has won yet. Not even Ivy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Good. I think the Fire Emblem engaged designs are awful. They're not awful. I should amend that. They are bad for Fire Emblem. They're not good Fire Emblem designs. They're solid VTuber designs, which makes sense because they were made by a VTuber designer, but they don't have like a coherent aesthetic. You know, it feels like every character, like, you know, you could pick out like which Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Engage. Sidal is a good, yeah, Sidal has a good design. Engage brought up Hi Papaya. Welcome on sine cosine tangent. I'm so sorry. I am the #1 Engage hater. I fucking hate that game with a passion. But no, I like Sidal's design. Sidal's got a great design. Tamara has a good design. The rest of them, though, I'm like, they're just so... It's funny because, like, Tamara has a very busy design, but I think for her character and the, like, way that it's you know, modeled and rigged, it makes sense. The rest of them are very, very busy, and it just ends up overwhelming me. And this is the kind of the same energy where I look at it, I'm like, Colgate Hair had a weird game. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, where is my eye brought to? And the answer is chest. And the reason my answer is chest is because you have all of these, like, you have this, you know, the line of the leg, you have like the line of the arm, you know, up to the chest, down to the chest, chest, these fucking antlers, chest. This isn't a character. You've just designed a set of abs. You know, it. Starkey, check the meme channel. All right, hold up. I gotta check the. So I would say no. This probably doesn't deserve to have won, but you know, I'm not in the Fire Emblem Heroes community. Hold up. CEO must be sacrificed each year to appease the gods. Listen, all I'm saying. Wait, not the submarine? Oh my god, and they're the fucking ending here. The Capital's other option is to have the band who made that Minecraft song to expose your affair. Oh my god. No, but like it's just wild to me. Like I actually think we probably could go about like reverse Hunger Gamings, and that would probably be a net positive. Like, you know. Here, let me. Okay, that's like excessive. We want the middle point here. There you go. But yeah, no, like if like sincerely, if you enjoy Fire Emblem Engage, more power to you. I wish I could have. I just can't. Sarky, you have a question? Welcome on tonight. Like, I'm glad I'm sleeping. What's your question? What's your question, soldier? Oh, yes, it's time to, it's all thanks to the fitness YouTuber. This Dwink is awesome. I won't say. But, you know, like my feelings for the, you know, I wish I could have enjoyed.
We're the rats.
Hey look, it's the theme song that plays when a rich person dies.
You're not wrong. But no, like I wish I could have enjoyed Engage. I do. I really do wish I could have enjoyed it, but I just that experience was just like so painful for me. Mostly for the writing, which is like the main reason I play Fire Emblem games. So like, you know, Striker, what's a motorcycle? That is a good question. I'm unclear. I think they're like mechanical horses, but also horses aren't real. Fire Emblem Engage is corny, but I am born of the cob, so I have the trash taste to enjoy the corn syrup that is that game. Welcome on Chimera Dragon. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can you shout for Chimeran? AKA Cam. I will not be Sweet Bean.
SMH, Stocky just doesn't get campy corny content. If he did, he would have loved Engage, ironically.
Here's the thing. I do enjoy campy corny content. I fucking watch I read JoJo's. I'm up to date with part 9. I love some campy content. Like I love campy shit. The problem is, oh, I just realized why this actually does not work. But no, like the problem with Engage for me is that like it is campy, corny content that like isn't like the fact that like it tries to go for jokes. Like campy content like is great, but only when it's like trying to be sincere. It's like the Tommy Wiseau thing, where like if you make a disaster on purpose, you've just you know, it's the equivalent of like it's the equivalent of like, how do I like, okay, when camp is like when you are trying to like, it's like when you're in mid performance and then you fart. Like you're giving like the fucking, you're giving the equivalent of like, you know, you're like, alas poor York, for I hardly knew him, and then you fart mid sentence. That's campy content. When people try to intentionally be campy, that's like you stop in the middle of the last poor York and then you pull on your pants and shit on the stage like that. You know, you can't do it intentionally because like it's impossible to hold back.
Wretch.
What's up, Chris?
We're the wretch.
Hopefully work goes smoothly, Raspberry.
Could
Thank
be
you for being
worse,
here,
it
Sweet
could
Bean.
be content that's bad that takes itself seriously. Look at the writing for every Fire Emblem Fates path, especially Revelations. Rest in peace, Revelations. You deserve to be abandoned. Where?
Yeah. Listen, I'm willing to give Revelations something that it was trying something different. Because it was, you know, it very much had to like be like, okay, here's these characters, you can't use half of them, you know, so it had to kind of like tease you with them, in a way that like you know, in a way that felt like, you know, it's like, okay, these are clearly characters in their own right, and like that has like the knock-on effect of being like, oh, you know, you get to actually like really feel the effects of like killing one of these people because you know in another timeline they would have been a friend. But no, like in regards to like, in regards to fuck, what was it called? Engage, like they weren't really going for anything special. I think that's the part about it that like annoys me the most. Is like all of this was in service to a game that's like, it's fine. I don't think it's the best, like, you know, it's far from the best Fire Emblem game in terms of gameplay. I think that I personally would give that to what would I give that to? I think I would give it to Radiant Dawn because it actually has like an appropriate difficulty curve. Like I think Radiant Dawn has like the most well developed of all the difficulty curves. But that might be like I need to at some point go back and replay that game to see if it does hold up, or if like I'm just looking through like rose tinted glasses. Radiant Dawn also has the reason to replay with 2 characters unlocked behind New Game Plus. Yep. But also like it is objectively like one of the harder Fire Emblem games. So like it gets kind of maligned as being like, oh, you know, it's the game that almost killed Fire Emblem. When like, no, it's not. It's, you know, that's kind of a reduction of like what is actually happening, which is like, you know, I'll show you a well-developed difficulty curve. Shows you the adult toy collection. You know what? I respect that. I respect that. You gotta build up. You gotta build up. You can't immediately, you know, tank the fucking the Rectum Destroyer 5000. This like looks like garbage. What am I doing? Okay, take a step back. Here. Let me go to this layer. Handheld Castlevanias were always amazing. I've never actually played a Castlevania game. I've heard, you know, I've heard that they're always like legendarily good, of course, but all right. You should try the one for the Nintendo 64. Isn't that like famously the really, really garbage one that everyone hates? Aria of Sorrow. Listen, I used to watch the fucking Angry Video Game Nerd when I was a kid. It's not really garbage. It's the only one I finished. The Nintendo 64 game. I think it's like it's like maligned as like the black sheep of the family.
We're the wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
Confession: even though I am a certified Fates hater, two of my favorite Fates characters come from Fates, Leo and Takumi. I love those inferiority complex bitches, even if Fire Emblem Heroes removed all of Leo's personality outside of loving tomatoes, something that was only in 2 lines of text in Fates.
That's intense. That is okay. That is. What are you? Wait, you're here, aren't you? There we go. Fucking hell. All right. Y'all know some video game music? Yeah, when my chat isn't, you know, adding 10,000 fucking Cupcake remixes, they tend to put in good music. Something like that, maybe? So made a cupcake version of Emeren's death from a whip. Oh my god. That's fucked up. That's some criminal shit. Like, for, you know, that game has its design flaws for sure, but like the way the story is handled around Emeren is like actually like some of the best writing we've ever had in a Fire Emblem game. There we go. Imagine a cupcake remix of Starkey's Dishwasher. Plus the chapter right after with Do Not Speak Her Name is just peak fire. Yeah, no, Do Not Speak Her Name is definitely like I think as good as storytelling can get through gameplay and music, like, you know, in video games. Like it's definitely up there in terms of moments. Like I do look back on it. I'm like, this, you know, this, you like, my mark of like good like truly great video games is when you do something in it that like couldn't be done in another piece of media. Like I don't think that if you took that sequence from you know, like from Fire Emblem Awakening and put it in like a movie, I feel like you turned into like a movie up to that point. I don't think it would have the same impact. Fire Emblem Awakening is such a bizarre dating sim. I have my frustrations with Fire Emblem Awakening for sure. Okay. I guess to be fair, most of this is going to be hidden with the helmet anyway, so. I don't think Don't Speak Her Name was the one thing I adored about Awakening. The rest was so mid. Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, I think that's like the special moment of Awakening. But the fact that it's like halfway through the game does like basically compel you to play the rest of it, which I think is like, a sign that they did something right. Okay. Can y'all send me YouTube kids that will, can y'all send me YouTube vids that will not get my account marked by YouTube as a kid? I think I'll be honest with you, Casa, I think it might already be too late for you. Digital artists try pencil animation. Fun fact, Henry's just a generic edgelord in the Japanese version of Awakening, kind of like Felix Three Houses, so the adaptation's better. Yeah, I quite liked Henry as a unit, which I think is a sign that they did something right with him. I'm gonna eat your paper. Welcome on, Shadrach. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Don't eat my paper. I paid good money for that paper. I'm gonna farm some watch time on free ASMR already. Do you have a favorite animated movie that's pencil animated? I don't necessarily, because I don't necessarily think of when I think animation, I usually think either like cell animation or like 3D animation. So I don't necessarily know that I have a favorite like pencil animated. I guess it would probably be like something by Hayao Miyazaki, something Miyazaki. Which I need to like actually go back and rewatch a lot of his a lot of his videography. Not super in love with this shape, I think, is the problem. Oh, I think I see what the problem is, actually. So, something more like here. It's more like here, and then... Back in Daisy got a new status update, by the way. What's up, Crisp?
Stocky, outside of Engage, what are your top 3 least favorite Fire Emblem games?
Can I just say all of Fates? Because I think it's just all of Fates. I think the rest of Fates is my answer. As a Fates hater, yes you can. I do hope you're well. I'm tired. By the way, we did get a shout out for Shadraw. Perfect. I'm doing all right. Definitely feeling it a bit with how hectic this week has been for me. So I'm trying my best to like hold steady. I like being held steady. Like it's just this week's just been a lot, I think. So like, you know, I'm trying my best in spite of it, so usually I'm pinned down a bit for that, but that's a different story. Respect. Respect. All right. Oh, why the fuck am I doing this to myself? It's fine. It's for the fans. It's for the watchers. I say, but no, like I actually, this is definitely like a challenge so far for me to like figure out like kind of how, you know, because these are shapes that I haven't necessarily had to draw before. There we go. Haven't you heard about Sakamoto? Like Sakamoto Days? I've heard about the manga and the anime. I've heard good things about it. This is gonna take like 6 or 9 hours of sketching and iterating. It's an anime with it's an anime with the main character that's a Gary Stu but good. Oh no, I am aware of Sakamoto Days, yeah. Haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto? Listen, he fucking deflects a bullet with a he deflects a bullet with a piece of candy. Welcome on in, Delos. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Delos, you're gonna see me try my best to draw motorcycles. So don't judge me. Don't judge me too harshly. Thank you for shouting out Delos. I also thought that Buzz was gonna be bigger, or that Buzzsaw was gonna be bigger. Oh, honey, I'm always judging you, even when you're not drawing. Understandable. Fair enough. All right. Okay, let's see if there's anywhere that I'm looking at. I'm like, that's not quite it. I think the elbow here would be softer. There we go. All right. I mean, Delos is a master at hot men with motorized vehicles. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm trying the Delos experience of drawing of drawing someone. Admittedly, this is a little bit more lean than I think Delos usually draws, but because Delos, like me, usually tends to like add on the beef. Do you like smoothies? Why does this feel like a D's nut setup? I'll be honest with you. I'm not necessarily a huge smoothie person now. Look, if you want the Delos experience, make sure you're dying of head and are drawing in your underwear while live. Well, I've got one of those things. Starkey, absolutely check DMs. All right, I've been sent things by both Swariel and I'm it's too hot. I feel that. This is Emmering Cupcake remix. No, it's the actual fucking... No, I can't do this. I actually refuse to watch this. Oh, wait, god damn it. I just realized it's anime, so even if I, like, show it, I can't show anime on stream, or else I have to fucking deal with it in the VOD. Because anime companies are very, very zealous about protecting their IP on YouTube. I mean, dying of head, they must be having bitches. Was that supposed to be dying of heat? Dying of head and dying of heat, I mean, depending on the way you define heat, could actually probably be equivalent experiences. Okay, I'm gonna... The hands... All right, and it may not be viable. Yeah, I can't. I just like can't show it on stream. I'll see you later. Gonna game for sure. Thank you for hanging out. Hey, there we go. Hopefully, have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. All right. So I probably want to draw like the you know, it'd probably be like fist towards hip. Thank you. Take care, chat, for sure. All right. Split the space evenly into 4 segments. All right. I feel like I'm getting more confident with hands. So like if I need to like hold up. If I erase this, like pull this back. I say that I immediately draw a hand that just looks like utter dog shit. It's the fucking artist's curse, I swear to God. The instant you get even remotely comfortable drawing something, it immediately fucking smacks you in the face.
Rats, rats,
What's up, Chris?
we're the rats.
TL, Doctor, it's a video of someone tutoring for someone, but he has to hide from his friend's mom because he's so perfect his friend's mom fell in love with him. He proceeds to gaslight her into thinking he's a figment of her imagination from watching too many dramas. All without losing composure even slightly.
I respect that. That's a powerful level of that's just honestly just a power move. Nothing but flexing in that moment. And to be fair, that's the entirety of Sakamoto Days. When I come back to, I'm pretty sure that they're describing a scene from Sakamoto's Days, which is an anime I actually probably should watch in my free time. Apparently, it's not as good as the manga, but then again, like I genuinely wonder if any anime is as good as the manga. I'm looking, and I think this is too thin. No, it's from Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto? Here. I think I figured out why this felt weird. And the answer is it's too small. No, it's a slice of life like a Gary Stew for humor. Wait, so it's not Sakamoto Days? Different Sakamoto? What the fuck does Sakamoto mean? That you've days and then haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto? Is there two completely different series? Then explain why they both contain Sakamoto. Checkmate. Because that's the name of the character. Damn it. To be fair, I also heard, haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto? It's all supposed to be real good. There's so much good fucking anime to watch nowadays. Like, to be fair, I barely keep up with anime. Mostly I just, like, I keep up with it enough to, like, chat game with my brother, who's a huge anime fan. This is looking very flat. It's looking very... I think it's because of this. He's like a high school student who's perfect, but no one knows him. Interesting. Sakamoto Desuka is a really good series where the main character Sakamoto Aura farms 24/7. Interesting. I might have to give it a check out then. There we go. Oh my. I know how to draw pecs. Pecs are one of the few things I'm relatively confident in drawing. I say that, but like there are some errors. Welcome on Alert Cobalt. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Because like this should probably be like here. Like, you know. Because it is also being stretched upwards. Yeah, I like that. I'm so out of the loop with the anime. Last one I watched was Dungeon Meshi this year. While I was ill, my PC was broken. Dungeon Meshi is great though, for what it's worth. Okay, so it's probably gonna be closer, like right around here, which does give me the opportunity to draw in some fergonomics, because we can add like a little ear hole here. I want to avoid tangents where possible. Sakamoto is the Superman of Aura. I haven't even started drawing the fuck. Oh god. Okay, this is gonna be a multi-stream sketcher. I can already tell that much. Merciful God. Actually, hold up. I think you actually come down here more. You come in more, and then yes, something like that. Actually, to be fair, he's got a bit of a tummy, doesn't he? Yeah, there's a bit of a tummy here, so I actually probably should bring it out a little bit. Somewhere like that. Just a touch of softness. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I'm trying to hyperfixate on drawing legs, arms, and legs, Starkey. Imagine with someone with so much aura that they aura farm by making you aura farm. Sorry, Sakamoto is about a retired hitman named Taro Sakamoto and telepathic psychic named Shin Ramen. Wait, his name is actually fucking Shin Ramen? Hold up, I need it because there is some issues that are propping up. Mainly the fact that the torso needs to be longer. His name is Shin, his hair looks like ramen. Any tips on practicing arms and legs? Break them down into like proportions first. So it's weird to be giving art tips. I'm gonna be honest. I'm used to other people giving me art tips. But for example, like look at what I did. Admittedly, it's a little bit hard to tell, but like the idea is that like you want to take any pose and you want to break them good. Gotcha. So you know, here, like with any pose, the basic idea of what you want to do is like the first step is usually like figuring out proportions. And usually like most proportions are given in like the concept of like heads, like how many heads wide is the shoulder, which is like usually like you want this, you know, this to be the same, you know, same length as like this, and then you know, you're probably best because you're more recently studied than an artist for 10 years. It's almost like it because I'm closer to your level. I think it's like I can kind of sympathize more. Whereas someone who's like a more experienced artist, you know, would probably have like more struggles trying to figure out like how to explain the ideas. So, you know, the idea is like, you know, a lot of art comes down to proportions. Like I didn't really understand the concept of like, oh, like what do you mean? Just like, you know, why can't you make it bigger? The answer is because like you have to make it bigger proportionally. So the idea of like, you know, like if you want to do like, you know, like an arms raised pose or like, you know, let's go with like a flex. You want to figure out these proportions, you know, because like think about like where this is relative like on your body, and then like try to maintain like that same distance. You want this to remain constant no matter what you're doing, unless you're doing like some extreme perspective stuff. So like, you know, Actually, this arm would probably need to be a little bit longer, so that way you can do like, yeah, somewhere like that, and then you do the arm up. If your shoulders are basically garlic cloves. And if you're looking for specifics like that, visual reference is really, really handy. Like, unironically, it is a good idea to just like find an arm and trace it. Like find a muscular arm and just do some tracing to see like how would you break down the arm. Like a lot of times it ends up being like a kind of a kidney shape. It tends to be like how our muscles are shaped. So like if this is the front, and then you would have the I don't know the names for all the muscles, but like, you know, you have like this, which is like kind of the intermediate muscles, and then you don't really see the back muscles all that much. But then like you connect this here to the arm, and then you'd have, you know, the anterior, like the outer part of the I think this is like the back of the tricep. And then, you know, admittedly this I fucked this up a little bit because like this is supposed to be more vertical. You know, so it's a little bit closer like so somewhere like that. And then like you bring this arm out. Check Q length. Oh, it's a good idea actually. We have 1 minute. It's gonna be 5, 9, 11, 15. Jesus. That's going to be 23. That's 33, 36. Yeah, I think the queues already exceed the length, unfortunately. To be fair, it is primarily driven by a 7-minute song and a 10-minute song, but yeah, it's like this is the idea. You want to like kind of break it down. You know, when you're having difficulties trying to figure something out, break it down into simpler shapes. You know, and then like, you know, you'd have here like the, you know, this would be like where the pectoral connects. So you'd have, you know, you'd have kind of like this shape here. And of course, like this is like like this is the like just the like muscle bit. So you need to bring in like, if you're, you know, you'd bring in some fat, so you'd smooth this out, like bring some of these lines in, you know. I admittedly, like, some of that advice is advice that I also need to take. I'm really bad about not breaking things down into shapes when I really should. I figure if I can do arms and legs to a realistic degree, then the body is going to be substantially easier. I think it all kind of comes down to the idea of proportions. If you can do arms and legs well, then it does get a little bit easier, because like, you know, you'll have like you know, an arm and a leg, but then like it because you're working digitally, you can just like dynamically resize it. Flying Starkey has some time to do some fun doodles in the server. That like time is the enemy for me, honestly. I wish I had more free time to do all of the stuff I want to do. Okay. That's a lot better. That's a lot better now that I even lengthened the torso, so it's not nearly so egregious. Welcome on in, G-Terran. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm not super sold on what's going on here though, so age has begun showing on my face. Time truly is the enemy. I mean, to be fair, there's nothing necessarily wrong with aging. I'll be honest with you. I tend to find older guys more attractive. Like, you know, for all the talk about like, oh, gay death in your 30s, like I genuinely think that is like a huge misnomer. Because I find guys in their like mid to late 30s, maybe early 40s, to be way more attractive than guys in their 20s. I look at guys in their 20s and I'm like, You were a child. Get away from me, child. But no, like, I think it's like the case that like I think your taste also will age with you. Like as you get older, I'm sure you'll find like, you know, more of the people similar to your age demographic to be more attractive. Okay. Oh god, I just realized something I haven't done this entire fucking time. And that is flip the canvas. Shit. Would you want 2 minutes per minute, but every day you have to enter a room where you're subjected to a non-deterministic reality with zero physical consequences, and if you don't do it enough, you will die? What the fuck does that mean? I don't remember. It's better to age than be one of those people who fear who fears aging so much that they'll do anything to look younger. Yeah, I like because I'm already to some degree leaning into that with because I have a beard. And I'm lucky that I can grow a reasonable beard, although like I do think like knowing what products work well for you is like also like a good thing you can do to like help you, you know, make a beard look a little bit better. You get 2 days of being able to do that per day and only aging a day, but you have to enter a room where you're subjected to a non-deterministic reality. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean, non-deterministic reality? All right, Beanie, I gotta cake you up a little bit. I've fucked it up slightly. Actually, I guess this would be the correct. I wonder if, okay, hold on. Let me try something like this real quick, and see if I can, because I think I've made the thighs. Or no, I think this just needs to be longer. Free transform. I'm at the fucking. Here we go. Oh, realistic proportions. Why are you such a pain in the dick? I guess the answer is because like you notice when they aren't realistic. Okay. And now I just need to, like, increase your size. You'll get to spend a third of every day in a reality where your past can't be used to predict what might happen at all. You can suddenly become a crayon or a fart out of dolphin missile at the Eiffel Tower, and that's just as probable as Starkey drawing on the wrong layer. That sounds like some probability engine shit from what's the book? Oh god, what is it called? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Where the engine runs off of fucked up probability things. All right. Yeah, more something like that. Actually, it has to be like... something like that? Maybe like that, but like less severe. I'm futzing with it, I think, which is a sign that like I need to refresh my eyes. Okay, I see immediately a problem. Funnily enough, though, I think the rest of it's good. I actually mostly passed the I mostly passed the okay. I summoned Burbu. Pokemon is super good, have you, Sweet Bean? What if the longer you go out of the non-deterministic chamber, the more tired you feel? Yeah, this is you know what it's giving? It's giving the Amazing Digital Circus. It's like you can't die, but like you got to deal with some random bullshit that happens for no inexplicable reason. I think this year has been this year I've been on Twitch the lowest I've been since I downloaded it in 2020. I wonder why. Just like been busy with real life stuff. I'm sure there'll come a time where I'm like I will move off of Twitch. Cuz unless like I do become successful enough, constantly busy and burnout. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. If the weather permits, I will be digging my motorcycle out to ride. Hell yeah. I think so. One thing I'm looking at that it's correct, but I think I need to move this up because the snout's pointing down. I think is the big issue. So like move this here, and then readjust. I might slip into the non-deterministic chamber. It's just like, oh, you know, oh, whoops, oops, he slipped into the non-deterministic chamber. And then we pull this down. AKA I'm micro sleeping. That seems, you know, that's definitely not great when it does happen. I didn't give you a neck. God damn it. You have to go there. I assume it won't kill you, right? Like suddenly exploding in a mashed potatoes or having your head explode in that non-lethal. It is, and there's non-lethal to you. I would assume so. I keep having to fucking readjust sizes. God damn it. There is something incredibly funny every time about decapitating someone like that. The song is making me cry. It's a powerful song, to be fair. The beginning, at least. Here. Let's try this. Something like that. How's that look? Okay. That's not bad. All right. Now we can do the full body. It's still a little bit thin. something more like that. I think it's also because, like, I need to bring it out more now. Now that, like, I actually have the space. Wait, Starkey, what's your opinion on edging in Eternities? I mean, I like that it's a land-focused set. I'm deeply, deeply burned out on Magic the Gathering. I won't lie. So, like, I probably won't be doing too much with it. Because, like, I just don't have it in me to give a shit about that game anymore. Why do I always pick the most fucking inane ass poses for myself? Fair, similar here. I still like playing Commander with friends, and I love a local queue, but new products just make me sigh. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. Where it's just like, who cares? Which, like, you know, Magic will do fine until, you know, they run out of IPs to collab with, at which point it will stop functioning as a product, which, you know, rest in peace. It had a good 20, 30 years, so. Also being so burned out on the severe power creep. Did I go through all that effort just to make the arm the exact fucking same way again? I think I did. Like the set's so insane. Oh, absolutely. Hey again, welcome back, Cornflake Girl. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Okay. Wait, did Twitch fix the art category image? No. I guess I just largely gave up on trying to protest the art change. It's frustrating, but it seems like, you know, it's one of the things where you have to pick your battles. Or you flood Twitch call centers with complaints. The fact that you printed a token that's better Wayfarer's Bauble is insane to me. Like a token that's just a better another card. Wait, is Wayfarer? You know what Wayfarer's Bauble is basic land. I keep fucking doing it. So I'm doing this so I can force myself. This is Fire Emblem music. I'd believe it. Or that US now is a human rights watch list. I'd believe it. Like I said, Canada is looking real good right now. Please let me in. I beg of you. Yeah, there's a card that can change and all counters into charge or +1/+1 counters, which is interesting and wild. Yep. Hi, I was back. Had fun. I'm glad I had a good time. Was it the like macro? Because I know there's like a meetup that DA goes to every like he tries to go to on Fridays. It's something to the like It's like, you know, it's basically like a Bara meetup. It's at the Two-Ton Gin with like Marcius and Pafka. All right. How does that look? It does look better. It's less cramped. Yeah, same one. Ah, okay, excellent. I want to go to that. I want to go to that so bad. I just don't have the, you know, I don't want to, you know, give up on streaming for the evening so that way I can go to it. And I don't think it goes, and you know, I don't think it lasts all evening, so it's about, yeah, it's about an hour or so. Mox Foundry, Mox Foundry is a funny canned combos with a lot. Yeah, it does a combo with a lot of older cards. Okay. I'm willing to say like because we have yet to add the like a lot of this is going to be in a suit. Like they're going to be in a suit. So, you know, we don't have to handle like every little bit of detailing. Also, I saw that one card that makes you sacrifice most of your lands and deal 6 damage to all creatures, but it's okay. I'll fuck it. I'll say it. EDH needs more needs more things to bring ramp into line. Not last man mass land destruction, but something to be like, hey, you know, everyone gets the same amount of lands. I'm a big proponent for that specifically. So this would actually be the body sketch layers. Anti-ramp, basically. All right. As I'm looking at this, I'm like, here, let me bring this in a little bit. So that way it actually looks like it's being held in his arms. Because as I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's not being held in his arms. Like landfall decks throw off lands and like landfall decks throw off the coming and going of lands. Yep. There you go. So more like that. And then we have to actually complete the visor here. There you go. Bring this in so that way this arm now matches. And then, of course... Yeah, that looks a bit better. All right. Let's see. New folder. New layer folder. This is going to be the bike sketch. Which I'm going to be honest with you, I might just trace. Okay. Because, like, how big about would this bike need to be? Something like here? Yeah, because, like, that would almost, like, make it intuitively make sense. All right. I definitely want, like, leaning back into him to kind of counterweight what's going on over here. There. This is such a long song submission. Oh, is this for that? Okay, so it's Fire Emblem here. Yep. I mean, the one before this one I think was 7 minutes, so this one's 10 minutes though, which is weird because I feel like it shouldn't, you know. Well, the older Superbike design is amazing. Yeah, we can skip it. All right. 3. It's gonna be 7, 9, 15, 13, 15, 18. Okay, I unfortunately will probably be cutting the queue. Like there's more songs in the queue than we have time left in stream, and unfortunately I can't really afford to go over because I have to get to bed early tonight. I'm gonna get up at like 6 tomorrow. Pray for me, y'all. This is a fucking banger though. Holy shit. I am going to be cheating a little bit for this because otherwise I will lose my mind trying to capture the specifics of a motorbike. I am by no means experienced working with mechanical components.
Wretch, wretch, we're the wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
Fan me with your wings. It's going to be another hot day tomorrow.
God, I'm not looking forward to that. Actually, let me go and like Starkey 3 Cobalt on a bike. Oh, come on, Casper. How's good on you, Sweet Bean? Yeah, I'm not gonna get too creative with this, unfortunately. I just want to get the bulk of it. Perhaps hundreds of rats on a bike. There we go. Rat bike. Rat bike. Oh, another generic furry. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Live Chat. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay. I'm currently I'm currently deep in the sauce, trying to figure out how I want this to look. A ride on my bike to like Vroom. I can't wait for this to look like absolute dog shit when I'm done. Something about the super saturated green on the gray looks very, very weird to me. I don't necessarily think it's coming through on stream, but... Dog shit is shit, therefore it's bad, but dogs are good, and it's also in dog shit, therefore the term dog shit's neutralizing term. You know what? Fair point. I had not considered that. You make a compelling point. Why am I getting fancy with it? It's just trace the goddamn bike parts. I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna drink someone's amnio. What? That's a wild message. That's some wild energy to bring to the chat. All right. Joking, obviously. Yeah, but I don't know. To be fair, like we do curse chatter here, but like, you know, I don't know. I guess it's a little bit different. I suppose when someone's just joined, it's like you usually got to figure out because you know we have some bad actors who show up in the streams occasionally who need to get yeeted. So usually when it's new people join. If they're gremlin immediately, it's like, oh, you know, okay, so this is the energy, this is the energy you're introducing yourself with. What? That's, you know, haunting. All right. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I need to remind myself you're in the sketch phase. This is allowed to be dirty. It's like that's like again like my worst artist habit. Yeah, dirty birdie. Listen, I take baths regularly. No stinky. I'm off to work. Sketch's not that bad. It's just your mind assuming both the sketch and the final piece can be carbon copies. Yeah, that I think well because it's I treat I think that the issue is I treat my sketching like it's line art. An NPC logged in. I'm off work. Welcome back, NPC. Glad to have you, sweet Payton. Here, let me outline the bulk of let me get just the bulk of this stuff done, and then I'll probably call it. There we go. Your bulking sounds good. That's man, if fucking only. What does the rear of one of these look like? Guys, is that a carbon in bike form? It is. Okay. Yeah, I think that does a good job of capturing the most of what I want. There we go. Bipedal car, lengthwise car. Sort by vertical row car. There you go. You're checking a machine that can simulate a vortex. Yes, the torment nexus. There we go. They're basically an oversized centrifuge. Okay. Yeah, that looks relatively good to me. Okay. Can you remind me, did you study math, physics, computer science, or all of the... I studied computer science and electrical engineering technology. Like, I have 2 degrees. Neither of them are useful. Cries. New correction layer. Hue and saturation. There we go. You know what is useful? I don't know, actually. Can you explain what the hell a blockchain is? Scam. It's a scam. You're cute ass. I am but Borb. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here, though. I think for 3 hours of sketching, this is a decent chunk of work, I think. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you had a good time, even though I wasn't necessarily super chatty. I will probably want to send this over to Beanie just to get his okay. Like, make sure the pose is something that he's comfortable with, and, like, the overall build and stuff. Oh, god damn it, I just noticed this arm now looks fucking small. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You can't work on it right now. You're supposed to end the stream. Anyways. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Let's see. Go ahead and put on that outro playlist. Let's see who's live so that we can stop by.
Rats. We're rats. We're
What's up,
the
Chris?
rats.
Since stream is ending, I have one thing to say, be here Monday for good times and a chance to win a great game.
Yep, we got something special planned for Monday. Alright, let's see. You know what? We could stop by a Thunderfang member again. We could stop by M30. See who else is live. It's been a bit since we've raided into Bran. There's Seta DBA, Sebis, Soren K, Evo. It's been a bit, you know what? Stop by Bran. Let's stop by Bran's place. It's been a hot minute since we've stopped by Bran's place. Good job with the art so far, by the way. Well, thank you. Our eerie message is going to be this. And then, yeah. Anyways, here, let me copy that myself. Let's start the right over to Bran. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm Starkmore, Big A Chaos Coding Internet, where I stream library Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday for the last year now, I've been learning to do some art, so hopefully y'all been enjoying that progress. But yeah, if you'd like to stay up to date with the stream, including when I'll be going live, Blue Sky is the place to be, as well as to drop a follow here. I alert when both of those, I have automated alerts for when I go live in both of those places. I have a YouTube link if you would like to catch one of the VODs there, see what all you've been up to. A Discord if you'd like to pop in there, say hello Sweet Beans, see the Curse Count Sweet Beans post. And we got a coffee sponsorship if you want to do, if you want to grab some coffee, exclamation mark, or sorry, discount code Starkymore if you'd like to give that a check out. Get 10% off, and of course, help support the stream. All right, I'm gonna send y'all off a little bit early. I got stuff I gotta do yet tonight. But thank you for coming to hang out, and I will catch you Monday, where we will be doing a special stream, a 4-hour stream with some raffles. Feel free to stop by to potentially get a copy of Atomic Owl, which is what we'll be playing. I love you guys to bits. I will catch you Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Get some rest, and I will see you then. Bye!